So I just can't keep quiet about this any longer. I know loads of people have spoke to this, but come on, man. Biden is clearly losing his mind. I mean, I cringed at his sniffing and groping, sucking his wife's finger, his witless waffle, his crooked ass son getting paid 83 grand a month for something he has about as much experience in as I do space travel. But come on, this is just mind-boggling, mate.
They, in fact, would be denied that opportunity. I would also make it clear that when you, in fact, it's got to be, if any of that is being purchased by any government agency, that we will not purchase anything that is not made in America, including the downriver line of what has to be done, all the parts. You can't do what he's doing now.
I can down a bottle of gin and still make more sense than this.
Because if you could take care, if you were a quartermaster, you can sure and hell take care of running a department store thing, where in the second floor of the ladies' department or whatever. You know what I mean?
I can take massive concussions after drinking a bottle of gin and hack maths better than this.
If you change the tax rate, it went from 38% to 21%. If you just send it back to 38%, down if you 36%, 28%. That's what we started to try to do. But if you went down to 21%.
I've made more sense after having not slept in 4 days. Who are you waving to? There's literally no one there, mate. I have many a mate who is liberal, left, and indeed far left, and none of them have seen these clips. When I mention this, they just stare blankly at me, like I'm speaking Bora Boran. Why? Because all their outlets that they listen to have bleached this from their feeds. They are simply not allowed to know that their beloved, prospective, reliable, steady hand on the wheel is just a sock puppet. There's no one there, it's a shell. But who is the hand operating him? This is what really bothers me. People ain't voting for Biden. They are voting for some unknown shadow group standing behind him, and whatever they whisper into his ear, he'll repeat. He's a sodding ventriloquist doll. And how smart can his operators be? I mean, seriously, was it Joe who said, "Hey, I'm going to come out and play Despacito. Florida is mine and no dog-faced pony soldier is going to tell me otherwise"? And did the staff just nod enthusiastically? Or did they cook it up and slap each other on the back with a hearty, "Dude, if you were any more on fire, you'd be the West Coast. Florida is ours, man." And there's the other suspiciously curly hair spotted in my bowl of soup. These people are clearly completely out of touch. They operate in their own private reality bubble. But why does this bother you, Ginger Git, you enraged dashing muffin of a fellow, I hear you cry? Well, if these gimps have no care nor comprehension of the common peasant voter, then if Trump doesn't win, do we get to see sleepy, creepy Joe reading a lot of compulsory things from that teleprompter he doesn't ever use? Sigh. So, get ready for those mandatory vaccinations. Everyone, including myself, is staunchly opposed to this, and it's not conspiracy theory nutjob thinking here. I'm from England. I remember the thalidomide tragedy, when 10,000 children were born with terrible deformities thanks to a poorly tested morning sickness medication. There's decent indications that HIV made the jump into humans from chimps thanks to a rushed-through polio vaccine. Check the documentary. We need the vaccine, crank it out, save lives. Sound familiar? How exactly did they flatten the curve for birth defects or AIDS? And what delightful side effect is waiting down the road for us from this rushed vaccine? Alzheimer's? So we don't know Biden is senile because we've all halved our IQ from the cure for the Wuhanic plague and he seems wicked smart now compared to the rest of us? Seriously, Kamala, with her pro-slavery history, you ain't allowed out of prison because California needs you for cheap labour. You're denied your freedom because she wants you kept in a cage working for her. You think she's going to allow any choice in it? Nope. It'll be you can't leave your house, go to work, or buy groceries unless you can show your vaccination badge. But then again, why am I even worried? If they defund the police, who the hell is going to enforce the vaccination? Maybe they'll deputise Antifa, have them kick in your doors and inject you by force. Anyways, Thanks for letting me release some steam. If you fancy, hit that subscribe button like you're stomping it in the wine for more waffling. TTFN, my fine fellows.